Internet, I'm cursed. Last time I tried to make a vlog, OBS freaked out, and things happened, and I had to redo the thing. This time, the computer shut off in the middle of the OBS saving the vlog, and I had to do it again. I am cursed that the first time I record a vlog is never going to be the right one. I even did a thing where I started before the tea was done, and then I got the tea, and then I said I love it when the tea is done. Tea does make everything better, though. I'm calmed down. Now I'm going to redo this video. Basically, what this video is about is looking back at the last year or so of my life and realizing why I'm an idiot right now for being in the rut that I'm in. So I'm going to start at the end of August last year when I moved back down to Indianapolis, which was huge for me. Backing up slightly, that January, on one of the last times I visited Indianapolis, I started dating someone. So we did long distance from that time, early January. We did long distance until I moved back for that 8 months. About a month later, we broke up, which sucked because I had just moved back to Indianapolis. I had just moved back to where I could see her every day. And I think if I had been living in Indianapolis when we started dating, we would have broke up a lot sooner. But because of the long distance, we didn't notice the things that caused our breakup to begin with. The breakup itself wasn't terrible. I mean, it was a breakup, so obviously it hurt. But the months following that were what sucked as far as our reactions to that and how we both handled that. But in the middle of that, Halloween, so the last day of October, we did a 24-hour live stream on our gaming channel on Twitch for charity. I made the kind of stretch goal of if we raise $150, I'll shave my head. That was like I had a little banner on this part of the screen right here that had like a progress bar and how much we'd raised and everything. So a little bit into the stream, it was probably, we started at noon, this was probably 6 o'clock-ish. My friend Jordan was playing Five Nights at Freddy's, kind of a badass, wasn't scared at all, just wanted to beat the game, was frustrated because she couldn't beat Night 4. And in the middle of that, I didn't get the notification because I didn't have the headphones on, but I look over at one point and the progress bar is broken, and I thought that it said 100, but there was an extra 0 at the end, and I started freaking out. Turns out Scott Cawthon, the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, saw Jordan not scared at his game, playing the game, saw that it was for charity, and decided to donate $1,000. It's seriously one of the things I'm proudest of in my entire life is the 5 or 6 of us, or however many were a part of that, were able to do something good as small of a channel as we are. We were able to, I mean, we're not like Rooster Teeth raising over $100,000, but we were a small channel with around 100 followers, was able to raise over $1,000 for charity, and that's, I don't know, that's huge to me. So towards the end of January, to kind of pick up on 2016, I got a call from the apprenticeship office that I had applied for. They said, you're accepted. Can you start on Tuesday? Go get your drug test, start on Tuesday. And I was like, yeah, I can do that. So yeah, until I tell you otherwise, just know that that's what I had been doing in my life for the time until I tell you otherwise. So now moving on to the biggest thing in my life so far. At the end of May, I was given the opportunity to go to England on a mission trip with my church for 2 weeks. The long and short of it is, it was the best opportunity, the greatest experience of my entire life. And it sounds like it would be, I mean, going to a different country, but it was so much more than that. There was so much growth that happened. There was so much process of things that happened. And I could get into it, but I'd rather make that its own video. Just know that it was seriously life-changing, and if given the opportunity, I will go back. So in the aftermath of coming back from that with work, they weren't a fan of me being gone for 2 weeks, and then when I got back, my car broke down. Literally, the muffler fell off of my car, and then the brakes went out. And then, it was just one thing after another. So my car was out of commission, so I missed work because of that, because I was getting my car fixed and getting a new car. And it's gone. It's in the past. I just want to eat cheesecake and move on with my life. So yeah, in the process of that, they didn't like me. And as a side effect of that, I got sent to Kokomo. If you don't know the landscape of Indiana, it's about an hour away from where I'm at. But what it ended up being was, which made it a little bit better, we met at a place about 2 minutes away from my apartment, where 6 of us, I think, got into a company van and got driven to Kokomo every day. We would work the regular hours, 7 to 3:30, and then we would get back in the van and drive back down to Indianapolis. That part still sucked because it meant getting up an hour early, and it meant not getting home until an hour and a half later. everything about being in Kokomo was draining. The people there, just miserable people making other people miserable is the way I'll put it. And in the process of talking to one of the guys there and praying about it and everything, I realized that the trade isn't what I thought it was when I applied for it, and I needed to go back to actual school. So the plan was work through the year, quit at the end of December, and then go to school in January. That was the plan. There was some drama that happened with paperwork. I got called into their office, the apprenticeship office, not the jobs office, but the apprenticeship office. And I see why he saw it as my fault, why he thought I was just BSing them. But basically, he said, if you're just wasting everybody's time, you need to quit now because, we don't tolerate that. Now, what I could have done is been like, no, I really want to be here. And then a couple months later, go and quit so I could go back to school in January. She's like, lol, JK, I actually am wasting your time. But in processing that and, again, praying about that, I was like, yeah, no, you're right. I'm wasting your time, and I'm not going to do that anymore. And he shook my hand, and I signed my release form, and I got out of there. Right away, I was a happier person. I felt more rested, and it was just, I was out of a bad situation. So now you're pretty much caught up to the last month, where there's really only one thing else that I wanted to say about it that is huge that I've been treating like not a big deal. So my pastor called me a couple months ago, asked me for permission for something. I said, sure. And I don't care. Use it. You're fine. It had something to do with a picture of me. He's like, we want to use your face for a thing. He told me what it is. I'm doing a storytelling thing where I make a dramatic build, so then I just kind of tell you. So yeah, he's like, can we use your face for this thing? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. Not really thinking, just being willing to be like, yeah, I don't care. And I really didn't. I just also didn't really process it. So then it happened. They printed out the picture and they put it up. I'm on a freaking billboard, and I've been walking around like, oh yeah, I'm that guy from the billboard. You can go a block from the church, which is also like less than a mile, or like about a mile from downtown, which is like the most common route. It's the road that's the most common route from downtown. You could see my face. The picture of my face is bigger than me. You can see it on a billboard. This. And I'm just like, I'm on a billboard. I'm on a freaking billboard. That should be. I have no words. That I've just been like, oh yeah, that's cool. I'm on a billboard, I guess. I should be out there every second that I'm not doing something else, standing next to the billboard, yelling at the cars going by, being like, that's me! I'm on that billboard. It should excite me. I don't know why it doesn't excite me. I don't know if it's because of the picture they used. It kind of makes me look like a realtor, like I'm trying to sell you something. I'm not. And it's just an advertisement for our church being like, come join us. I'm wearing a volunteer shirt and everything. I don't know if it's because I knew ahead of time and I wanted to be humble about it, so I kind of let that, marinate in me. I got a call from my friend Evan on a Friday evening. It was closer to evening. I was walking around a Kroger, and he goes, hey, man, I just saw your face. And I'm like, are you in Kroger? He's like, no, man, it was huge and on a billboard. I was like, oh, yeah, that happened. And, yeah. I didn't realize they had put it up. I heard they printed the thing. Yeah, whatever. Meh. I'm working sound at church. That's the next Sunday. 3 people walk in, and they're like, it's that guy from the billboard. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's me. Yeah, I guess it's... I'm like Michael Ceraing it, just like, oh, yeah, that's me on the billboard, I guess. Yeah. I'm on a fucking billboard! I have people in my life that have traveled the world, and most of the things that they can say about their life are things that nobody else can, and I have something that I can say about my life that they can't. They've traveled the world. They've done things. They know people. They've lived. But they've never been on a billboard. I'm freaking out now because I'm realizing that I've never freaked out about it before. Hey, Woody. Did you know that I'm on a billboard? Have you ever been on a billboard? Don't give me that look. You're just jealous. Run free, young feline. I'm gonna wind down now. I'm gonna stop freaking out about the fact that I'm on a freaking billboard. Even when I did this the first time, I didn't know what it meant. I wrote things down this time because I hate doing things where I just kind of ramble on. So I wrote stuff down, and basically everything that I talked about the last year. And I wrote at the bottom, I wrote the word now. I know what the word means, but I don't know why I wrote it. You're caught up to now. The rut. Now, obviously, there was a reason for the rut, but I'm not ready to share that with the entire internet. There was a reason for the rut. It was a stupid reason that when I was hopeful about it, it shouldn't have affected me as much as it did, and then when it had an adverse outcome, it affected me more than it should have and put me in a rut. Thing is like, there was things that caused the rut. Not even just that. There was other stuff on top of that. But the things that caused it are gone now. But I'm still in the rut. And that's what makes it hard to get out of it, because it's like, either I'm right and I'm being stupid, or there's another thing that I just need to somehow get out of my brain, because I don't know why I would be in the... How come somebody's on a billboard being a rut? I don't get it. Maybe that's what I meant by now, just talking about recapping the idiocracy that is the rut that I'm in. We still have 3 months left to 2016. What other big stuff can happen in 2016? Maybe it won't. Maybe I'll be using the end of 2016 to recap 2017 next year. Maybe I'll do another one of these next year or whatever. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So what's your 2016 like? I want to know. I genuinely want to know. Because if you're like me and you're in a rut right now, you need to remember all of the awesome things that have happened this year. Because everything on Facebook is about how much 2016 has sucked. Let's recap and let's look at how 2016 was awesome. Maybe not just this year, maybe last year, maybe 5 years, the last 10 years, whatever. Whatever you have to look at, tell me all the awesome stuff that's happened in your life, because it's important to look at that and realize maybe life's not so bad. So yeah, if you're in a rut like me, do that. Write them down. Tell me about them. I want to know. And maybe we can get out of this rut together. Stay awesome.